Over the last year, I have been meticulously studying prime Jordan Peterson's debates, not for his ideas, but for the way he spoke. I believe the world is shaped by those who learn how to move people, and I believe there are few better examples than prime Jordan Peterson for the ability to move people. I wanted to find out what made him so influential, what made him so articulate, what made him so magnetic, so that when he spoke, people listened and people followed. But I also wanted to find out what happened to him, what changed, what caused his downfall in the way he started communicating over the years. So what I did is I got 5 things written down right here, and stay with me because I saved the best for last. And listen, I promise you are about to change your life, because these principles are what got me from being bullied, socially anxious, terrified of public speaking, to today getting paid to speak on stages, coaching hundreds of men, closing hundreds of deals, having a beautiful social life, but most importantly, launching Born to Speak, which is on its way to become the #1 school community for public speaking, influence, and charisma. So how the heck does that happen? Well, it's exactly what I am going to share with you today. It's by studying the greats. It's studying people like Jordan Peterson, noticing the patterns, noting down what I learned, and literally immersing myself in it, challenging myself, exposing myself, getting out of my comfort zone until it became part of who I am. So enjoy. First thing I noticed, #1, storytelling. Storytelling. Remember how I said the world is shaped by those who learn how to move people? Well, there's no better skill to move people than stories. What is war? What is religion? What are prophecies? It's all stories. You don't move people by sharing facts. Facts are of secondary importance. The first priority are stories. Stories are how you get people emotionally involved, and then they justify it with logic. So then you have to justify it with logic. That's where theory, that's where facts come in. So what I noticed in his early interviews, he would just drop a bomb, a truth bomb, just a pure logical fact, and then he would back it up with a beautiful metaphor or analogy, or the story of a client he was working with, or the story in a Bible. And by the way, I'm just saying, I don't want to compare them both, but if you look at the Bible and you really pay attention to how Jesus was teaching, he was using metaphors, stories, analogies as well, almost never using facts or theory. And if that's still not enough for you to believe in the power of storytelling, I want you to realize that billions of people, billions, have died because of stories, and billions have lived because of stories. Stories are the most powerful tool in human nature. It's for that exact reason that sometimes when I host workshops in my community, I would just randomly tell guys, hey, share a story with us, improvise something on the spot. I'm putting them on the spot because this one skill is the one that would change their life to the highest degree. Not in having a script and performing it by heart in front of the camera. No, it's being able to move people on the spot, finding a story, either something that happened to you or something that you know happened to someone else, or even mythology. What are movies? They shape our culture. You must never underestimate their power. Okay, the second point I noticed, his stoicism. Prime Jordan Peterson was a beautiful example, a role model of what it means to be a Stoic. I remember watching him in his most popular debates about the gender pay gap and pronouns and all that stuff, and that lady would just attack him. You guys remember that? He would just sit back and have the time of his life. He was calm. He was looking for the truth. He was having that conversation looking for the truth. And no matter how much she would attack him, he wasn't reactive. And I always say, in any circumstance, the person who's most relaxed, the person who's enjoying themselves the most, has the frame, wins the frame. The person who's most reactive is the person who loses the frame. Now that is his biggest downfall. If you look at his latest interviews right now, this guy is so defensive. He attacks back. You can see the tension. You can see the anger in his eyes, and he consistently loses his frame. Some nobodies he talks to, people that are not at his level at all, would win the conversation and debate because they're just relaxed. They're having the times of their lives, and he's out there, you young idiot. No matter how intelligent you are, if you let emotion in when you're having a debate, you're cooked. That's the general rule. Now, the third point is kind of related to this one, which is playfulness. When I said the person who's enjoying themselves the most, this is where playfulness comes in. I remember him making jokes, being like, didn't you just prove my point? And then laughing and then just enjoying his time. This is charisma. This is charisma. In any circumstance, ever, even the most serious thing, if you can be playful, at least if you can feel and remember it's a game, because life is a game, you have a much higher likelihood of winning or influencing people the way you want to influence them, or influencing circumstances the way you want to influence them. Because when you realize you're just in a game, you become more detached from outcome. And that detachment is what's so attractive in any social circumstance. When people feel that you need something, when you're needy, it's repulsive. When you don't give a fuck, you're there for the love of the game. That's what it used to feel like to watch Jordan Peterson debate. He was there for the love of the game. Now he's there as if he's fighting for his life or something. That's the biggest difference. And by the way, if you're fucking with the sauce I'm already sharing here, that's awesome, because I post these videos on a daily basis, every single day on this YouTube channel. But if you're the type of guy that's like, I want it all, I want to experience the fastest transformation possible, then proximity and immersion is how that happens. This is how I created the transformation in my life. This is why I created the Born to Speak community, where we all go into live workshops, we challenge each other, we get out of our comfort zones, we review each other's content and speaking. If you want to be part of a community of people in business, sales, content creation, personal brand, education, and you really want to master public speaking, influence, and charisma, you know where to find me. It's completely free. I'll see you there on the other side. Okay, point number 4, courage. One of the most important traits in leadership, in charisma, it's his ability to put words on things that people would never have the balls to express. His ability to go out there and fight for the truth while people are shrinking in their own corners. Oh, I'm too afraid of judgment. He's out there just like sacrificing himself for truth. That is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. It's the exact reason why Tate is so popular as well. It's the reason why a lot of these role models for young men are so popular, because young men have this dream, this calling to have that courage, and to see someone have it is so inspiring. It's also directly linked with one of the 5 pillars of speaking that I'm teaching, which is novelty, because you can be a great speaker, have charisma, and then be talking about, hey guys, be grateful. That will make you more happy. It's like, okay, sure, it's true, but we've heard that so many times. Novelty. What is the quality of the ideas that you share? Are they new? Have we seen them before? Is it a new perspective? A mind-blowing new take on something that's controversial? This is what makes speaking magnetic sometimes for people that are not necessarily good at speaking in terms of body language, in terms of vocal variety, vocal projection, all that superficial stuff. Sometimes the ideas that they share are so good, they're captivating just because of that. Now, last but not least, this is perhaps one of the biggest differences between prime Jordan Peterson and now his downfall. Watch his body language. That's point number 5, his body language. He used to be so laid back. He used to be open. You can see it in his face. You can see all the facial muscles being certain, being detached from outcome, like I was talking about earlier. And today you see his videos and his eyebrows are always like this, literally. He's always sitting like this, and he's so angry. You can see his whole face has changed. And this is sad, because such an intelligent man, but that is the downfall sometimes of intelligence. It's pride, it's intellectual pride, it's attachment, it's taking things too seriously. He forgot what it feels like to be in love with the game, to be there for the love of the game, and you can see it in his body language. You can notice how the 5 points are interrelated. It's normal. When I teach people about speaking, very often I point to so many different things, but then they realize that the root cause is very often all interconnected into one thing, and that thing is state. That thing is your presence. That thing is the psychology, your self-image, the deeper stuff. So this is what we talk about in the academy. All right, my brothers, I love you. If you want to dive deeper into that or ask me personal questions about your own personal situation in your life, you know where to find me. Otherwise, I post these videos on a daily basis. I'm grateful for you. I'll see you here soon. Peace.